guys. Yep, we got a job. We're gonna get into it here. Just getting the cameras set up, and here we go. All right.
Uh-oh. All right.
All right.
Are you sure about that?
We are.
Are you?
No.
No.
No. It looks like Mexico.
Hey, you know us. We're back on
burning.
YouTube, buddy. Absolutely. So, did you already go up and do that? Yeah. Oh my God, you are amazing. We're down here in Hereford, everybody. We got bees around a box. Why do they call these J boxes? Junction boxes. Okay. I feel like a genius. Anyway. So we had to turn off the electricity to it, and yeah, we're gonna tie into this. A neighbor called actually and said that they had seen activity, and they walk by here all the time. So of course it would make me nervous too. So as usual, buddy, I think we'll have you hop in the truck so that no problem with that, huh? Well, Killer Bee Nation. Oh, good morning, everyone. Yes, indeed. We're just taking a little junction box. Yes, indeed. Conjunction. Hi. Have we got everybody on?
Yeah, we do.
Really? We got the whole family?
All of them. Every last one of them.
Every last. All of them that are here are present.
Oh yeah. Hey everybody,
Presently.
your honey's on the way. Queen members.
The queens. Yes, the queens are all on the way and or have been delivered, etc., etc. And Don, of course, one of yours went to Uncle Florida Bob, and we're going to find a local vet to give the other one to. You bless your socks, my friend. We have Lois back in the suit. Lois, say good morning, Lois.
Good morning, Lois. Just putting on the big blues.
The big, yes.
Great.
We have angry bees in this box
Great.
this morning.
Well, we don't know. That's the problem. And of course, the ever handsome host on camera action and miscellaneous shenanigans. Say good morning, host.
Oh, good morning, Hosh.
Yeah, he's got that down pat, doesn't he? I tell you. Not a lot has happened with us in the last few days, as you know, because you haven't seen us. But big excitement in Arizona, up in Surprise. I don't know if anybody saw that news, but up in Surprise, Arizona, which is part of Phoenix area, 2 nights ago, wasn't it, Hosh?
Yeah.
2 nights ago?
Yeah.
A guy goes out to check his mailbox, and 20 feet away is a box in the ground like this, not for electrical, but for water. And the bees had been in there for quite a while. You can look this up, Bee Attack in Surprise, Arizona. And we might need a screwdriver to dig the dirt out of here, Hosh.
Yep.
In fact, there's no doubt about it. So he goes out to check his mail, and these bees all of a sudden decide to attack after who knows how long. So he gets attacked seriously, ends up in the hospital, but in the meantime, some kids are riding their bikes around the corner, and they all get attacked, and then people in the neighborhood get attacked, and then the fire department shows up and 4 firefighters get stung. 10 people in all attacked for just nothing. So the fire department foamed all the bees and killed them. I tell you, the romance has got to stop about these damn things. You know, everybody take off their Winnie the Pooh glasses, because honeybees are not, okay, European honeybees are, of course, a destructive invasive species in the Western Hemisphere. Africanized honeybees are a deadly invasive species. What's not to loathe? That's my new little thing this morning. What's not to loathe? We got a little screwdriver.
The bees probably loathe you.
Huh?
The bees probably loathe you.
Well, they loathe me to pieces. They loathe me to pieces, and I'm falling apart. That was a little country song I came up with, actually. She loves me to pieces, and I'm falling apart.
Huh.
There is a.
I know. I couldn't. I'd got to dig to get to it.
What if I blow the sand out of it?
Yeah, let me try.
You're on the edge of it there, anyway. I can see a nut. See, these take a nut. This is not like a screwdriver. It's an actual hex nut. Oh, I can see it there. I just gotta see if I can get on it. I think I might have got it. Maybe. You want to see if you can get some pressure on that?
Yeah.
And give it a turn. So anyway, Killer Bee Nation. So these people that live here, we're rural. We're down in Hereford. And Mexico is right down there. It's very, very hazy today because there's a big wildfire in Old Mexico apparently, and it just started this morning, so we haven't got really a lowdown on it. I think that might be coming out. Huh?
Yeah, it is.
All right. We have no idea what to expect in here. As you know, it could be a new swarm. We're getting swarm calls this time of year. Well, we've been getting them all winter, as everybody knows, Killer Bee Nation land. And so it's been 80 degrees, 75 and 80 degrees every day, and there is no let up that it looks like. It's going to get about 10 degrees cooler, which means 65 degrees. Oh darn. It's coming up, isn't it? Well, that thing is screwed on there a little too good.
You just got to put a little bit of elbow grease in it.
That's it, elbow grease.
Just a little elbow grease,
That's
Hosh.
the northern speak. What the hell? That should be loose already.
Well,
Yes, we have an electric box
It's
here.
the nature of the bees.
Yeah. The electric box is turned off. We've got the Arizona Public Service guy in his truck here behind us. He turned it off.
Apparently not. Jesus. Boy, and they don't want anybody monkeying with these, do they? It's coming loose, I think.
Is it ready?
Yeah.
Is it so attached?
Something's
I don't know
definitely
if
happening.
it's heavy. There might. Oh, there it goes. Here we go.
Oh, yeah.
What do we
There's
got? Oh, is
bees.
there another one on the other
There's
side?
bees.
Oh, no, there's bees. Yep. Old comb. Old bees. So look at this. Get in there. Oh, there's a black widow sack. We got all the friendlies. Get over here, Lois.
Okay
You
then.
gotta see
Okay
that
then, I'm coming.
Come on now. Boy, am I glad he turned the juice off. Look at that. Hey, we got propolis. You see that? That's all propolis. Wow. Oh gosh, check it out, guys. Get in the sun.
Yeah, a lot of propolis.
Look at that. A killer beehive. This is old. You see how dark it is? Now, these bees are not lighting up like they're wanting to kill us, but they were active enough. So just last week, neighbor walking her dog down here had to call. So you can't trust them from 1 minute to the next is the problem. What are you thinking, Ocean?
What else do we have in this box?
Man, there's a lot of
propolis?
built back that way a little bit.
Wow, look in there. Yeah. Am I ever glad he turned that off? Because that's just dangerous as hell. I gotta. Holy cow! Look at that. A full-on deal, guys. Look at this. Look at this. That
Hold it in the sunshine.
is a full-on killer beehive.
They're pretty common in these electrical boxes down here, aren't
They love to live in the damn thing.
Yeah.
We've got some pollen in here, a little bit of brood comb. We're going to be scraping a lot of propolis out of this.
Ooh, can make
Because
some sweet Viking with that propolis.
Yes, exactly. Get the Viking honey going. And of course, Hosh has stuff. Look at how black that is there, Hosh. My goodness. And we got black widow eggs here. Look at this. This is a black widow egg sac. Yeah, it's about, I don't know, what is it, 200 or 300 baby black widows in there.
Ooh.
And I don't know if they're, if this is viable or not.
Ugh.
But if little black widows crawl out of here,
Ugh.
then you might hear me scream.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I don't care.
You don't want those black widows.
No, I don't want black widows all over my
I'm
ass.
scared of the bees, but I'm scared of those black widows, you know.
Black widow. Yeah.
Those black widows, you got to be
admittedly, we have a
careful
lot
for
of,
them.
You know, Caucasian widows.
Those black widows, they kill a lot of people, and I ain't talking about the insect.
Yeah, I'm not talking about the insects.
That one lady with that job we had, you know, there
Oh,
was
that's right.
13 ex-husbands there, you
I
know.
think every town has a gal with that nickname. So you see all this here? See all this here, Lois? This is all propolis. All that gray stuff, it can be gray or black. We're going to scrape all that off of there, and that's the tree sap. Oh, look at Hosh bringing out that chunko. Pollen. Yep. So there are no, we can see down in there, you can see some of the cells have glistening in them. It's nectar from probably somebody's winter garden. But you know, even though you see all these bees here on this comb and they're not trying to kill us at this exact moment in time, doesn't
Well,
mean
I'll
shit.
tell you, I have gotten stung.
You got stung today?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You got
In
a
the
damage
legs.
sting?
In the legs?
They're getting me through. Yeah.
They're stinging through your legs.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, you got to wear something besides assless chaps.
Right.
What?
They were on sale downtown Bisbee. Here, there was a moving sale.
Right next to the spandex.
You know, it's not a full on. It's barely a damage sting, but.
Yeah, you felt it though.
Oh yeah.
Well, it wasn't a black widow, so that's
You know, Hosh has feelings too.
I do.
since when?
I do.
Since
That's
when?
why I make those
So all
songs.
of these webs are
Look at
all
all this
black widow.
Yeah, I wouldn't want a
Oh,
black
these are
widow
active.
bite.
These are when you touch a black widow web like this and it's
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah.
It really has resistance. Then there's black widows in here. See this? See this? This is black widows. Well, this is all black. There's live black widows in here.
That's gross. How do we
the
kill
joy.
them
So
too?
that egg sac was probably viable.
I want to kill that egg sac.
Yes, yeah.
Lotus is on a tear.
No, what's not to load?
What?
What's not to load?
I loathe the black
I
widows.
love
Look at all
that.
this.
This is some tough stuff. We're gonna scrape all this propolis down too, of course, because this is a precious. Smell good?
Oh wow.
Oh my God, you can smell it hard. Holy shit, that's beautiful. Woo!
Beautiful, beautiful propolis.
Yep, propolis and comb. So this hive is not clear, doesn't mean a damn thing, everybody. And you know, we love it when we get new eyes on the subject, because then there's the same old questions. And I've actually had people complain. It's like you must do cut and paste. You have the same answer. Well, shit. What's this? You know, if it does a teacher that has a new grade, a new season of fifth graders come in, and she opens the textbook, are the answers different? No, they're the same damned answers. So if I get the same questions, it's like, how come you don't relocate them? Okay, I got the cut and paste. Honeybees are invasive species. The Western Hemisphere will kill invasive species. Yeah, of course it's the same answer for the same damn question. But we do like the new eyes on the subject and educating new people about that honeybees are invasive to the Western Hemisphere. So it's really no big deal for us. And I actually am up at 3:30 or 4 every morning and answering. I spend a couple hours answering comments on, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram primarily. It just depends on how much abuse I think I can take, because some people are not very goddamn nice, I'll tell you.
Yeah, start being nicer, people.
Yeah,
It's
only nice
contagious.
people need comments. Thank you for saving all that you can, host, because that's really precious stuff.
I know. We're out here every day risking our lives, risking life and limb,
Yeah.
and then
All of them, actually. All
people
of
are
them.
just like,
That's plural, limb.
yeah, redneck.
Well, that's true, but this long hair can't cover up my redneck.
Yes.
Positive vibes only.
Yeah, positive
Exactly.
vibes only. Life is hard enough, and it seems to be getting harder, huh? So, not for us, though. We're having a blast. Any good questions out there?
Well, someone just asked if we remove throughout Arizona, but it's mostly Cochise County.
Yeah, we stay so busy in Cochise
Yeah.
County. We did just get a call from Thatcher, which is up north of Safford. It's just in the next county, but it's about 3.5 hours one way. It's huge out here, right?
Yeah, because people don't realize how big Cochise County
No,
is.
it's absolutely- you
We
can
really
fit-
don't have time to go to other counties
Right.
even.
I mean, Cochise County is so big you can fit the rest of the world in it. Actually, what is it? You can fit Rhode Island in it?
I
You
mean,
can fit Rhode Island inside Santa Cruz County.
well, when
Oh.
we were in San Simone the other week,
Yeah.
we were halfway to my mom's house in Las Cruces.
Yes.
That's crazy. Yeah, and we were still in the same
Literally.
county.
Las
Yeah.
Cruces over in New
And that's
Mexico.
4
We
hours
were
away.
halfway.
Yes, and that's 4 hours away.
Oh my God.
And we never left the county.
And we never left the county. It's halfway to New York. Is there any way to collect any of that? Or?
Someone's asking if we've been stung through our suit, and yeah, Hosh got stung just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, Coach just got
So
stung.
sometimes
There
they just get angry and they find
you
a
go.
way
We can coat all
through.
this with the undercoating actually, because these wires are so intense.
Okay.
But we have got more over in here a little bit. And then of course scraping, this down. So these bees, I mean, look at them, everybody. This is one thing that we've incorporated into the class, the presentation. is Posh put up 2 identical pictures of honeybee on flowers. And the big question that we have for everybody is spot the difference. So, okay, tell us the differences. We'll give everybody a couple of minutes to stare at it. And the difference is there aren't any. Africanized bees are honeybees, and they look exactly the same as European honeybees. The difference is genetics. So they look exactly the same. They used to do the length of wing thing, or the length of wing thing, that sounds fun, to try to tell the difference, because they said that the Africanized honeybee wing was a little bit shorter. Well, then it came to light that European honeybees, there are many different types of European honeybees. There's, Russians, Cornolians, Germans, Italians, there's all sorts of different types, and they're all different. Some of them are darker, some of them are lighter, some are a little bigger, a little bit smaller. So they're mutts. So all of the European honeybees in the Western Hemisphere, all the feral ones are mutts. And then the African bees were purebred. They're South African, East Savannah honeybees. And they bred them with these mutts. So they ended up with more mutts. And really mean ones. So the size, it just doesn't matter, it's genetics. So, and we didn't determine that all of them are Africanized in Arizona. The labs in Tucson did. So, and no, we don't send everyone up because they told us to stop. They just throw samples away now. They won't even take them unless you're going to pay them the exorbitant amount of money it costs for genetic testing. So, when it's been 100% of the testing for a number of years, 100% of the testing done is positive for Africanization. What are they gonna? No, they just don't send anymore. It's over.
Now, I would say that other states should be testing,
Oh, they
and
should
they're
be.
not.
Totally agree.
Every state south of the Mason-Dixon line should be testing.
Yep.
And they're not doing that, and consequently, you've got a lot of people in states that are heavily saturated with killer bees relocating and playing all kinds of weird little mind games
Winnie the Pooh
with
games.
an invasive species.
Yep.
And acting like they're doing the world a favor. And you're not. You're helping the invasion.
No, in fact, no matter what you've done, you've never done the world a favor, so just stop.
And Reed, of course, we have the comment about, well, they don't look aggressive. How do you know they're Africanized?
And that's really actually a good question, because when people think Africanized or killer bees, they expect them all to behave the same way all the time. Okay, these bees, he already got stung through the suit. Does every Rottweiler, does every species of dog always behave the same? Does every horse? If you've got a quarter horse, they may have a tendency to be more feisty. Not every Chihuahua is mean, not every goldfish. Everybody has a different temperament. Same thing with a beehive. They are an organism. So to assume that they're not Africanized because they're not trying to kill us right now, that's a wrong assumption. That just doesn't make sense in the rest of the world, as a matter of fact, right? So that is a real problem. We got a lot of pollen. Look at that pollen. Holy cow. They've been out collecting something, guys. Look at that pollen. Yep, and some nectar. So there's no wildflowers, but that's going to be a snack. That's delicious stuff right there. How they're behaving at this exact moment in time doesn't mean shit as far as their genetics go. The problem with these guys is they look the same, and how they're behaving right now means nothing about their genetics. You can't trust them. That's the problem. You can't trust them. It's Russian roulette. Keep pulling the trigger. They're going to go off.
Yeah. And I know, I'm absolutely certain that there are a lot of people that we've seen relocating feral hives in the past, patting themselves on the back, acting like they're doing the world a favor.
Oh, God.
And these people, a lot of them, they're not posting anymore. They don't tell you why they're not posting, but they're not posting anymore. And I know why they're not posting. Because you can only get away with that shit for so long
with
before...
Russian roulette, you can only pull the trigger so many times. It's going to go off. And so these people that, we've been hated for a long time. We're used to it. It's fun. Whatever. But to be hated for doing the right thing, I'm all for it. I can do that. These are a deadly invasive species. There were no honeybees in the state of Arizona before 1872. Ever. All All right, honeybees are invasive to the Western Hemisphere. They were brought here. Native Americans hated them so much on the East Coast when they brought, the colonists had them brought over on ships. Native Americans hated them so much they called them white man's flies. They were never here before. And of course, an invasive species usually can take over and literally take advantage of a native environment that they've invaded. So these honeybees went everywhere quickly, and they're all over the Western Hemisphere now, along with the Africanized, which are even better at it or worse, depending on your attitude about it. So now what we're going to do is coat this entire thing with automotive undercoating, and that'll knock down a lot of these bees. Then I'm going to tell them they got to get a new lid for this thing, because this is completely saturated and soaked with pheromones. Now it's all about pheromones. Pheromones are just smells. That's all they are. There's millions of them. And the pheromones, this lid, and actually this J-Box smells like beehive also. But if I can get them to, they should replace this box in the ground. They probably can, and that will prevent a new infestation, because we guarantee these. So whatever smells strong, like this lid, even though we're going to coat it, it smells incredible like beehive, and a new swarm would be happy to move in here. So we're going to try to keep that we don't want that to happen until they replace at least the lid. We'll see about the rest of it. But at least this threat has been mitigated. That's what it is. It's a threat. We don't use this smoke. They don't care. You know, after 35 years of doing this, trust me, if it worked, we would use it right now. We have tried it. If you come up with it, we have tried it. So now he's coating that entire lid with the automotive undercoating. Do not try this at home, you guys. This is not a DIY channel. All right, this is not a DIY channel. Do not try this at home. If you have bees in your yard and you're in Cochise County, of course, give us a call. But other than that, don't let your brother-in-law try it, because they're going to get someone killed. These damn bees are in all the lower 48 now. They're in Ontario and Alberta. There was a stinging incident in Manchester, New Hampshire in 2018. Every day in Arizona, people get stung from these bees. They may not kill people every single day, but they do in Latin America. They kill people every single day in Latin America. I think we should coat a bunch of this also, and then we'll leave it open to air dry. That has to be straight up and down. You might want to come on over here to get an angle on it.
What would you say to the question about what could people do to keep Africanized bees like at bay from their property?
Preventative, that's a really good question.
Yeah.
And people ask all the time, how do I bee-proof my home? Well, get out the ladder and the caulk gun. Any hole or crack the size of a pencil, 1/4 of an inch. This is why hardware cloth is not good to use over openings. It'll keep out, the snakes, javelina, birds, etc. But the openings are too big. So you need it. A window screen is great, metal window screen. But you want to caulk up any hole or crack, like up in the eaves of your house, and sheds or connexes. Put a concrete lipper on them. That way, the rabbits and rodents won't dig holes under there, and the bees won't move right in. All right, all of the bird holes, the vent holes. So all of the buildings out here in Cochise County have, up at where the wall meets the roof, have vent holes, because it's so hot here, and you got to have ventilation in your roof. Well, they usually will put either window screen or something to cover those, so that the birds can't get in. They're vent holes. We call them bird holes because the birds will poke holes in that screen and move in. Perfect bird nest for them. Nowadays, with the Africanized honeybee, the bees move in and kick the birds out. So they went from vent holes to bird holes, and now we just call them bee holes. I'm something else, I'll tell you.
Something else.
Anyway, so what we're trying to do is just get the bees to go to your neighbors so they can call us. That does not mean they're not going to move into your barbecue grill. Just make it I wish there was something that you could do that was preventative, period, but there isn't. Have we got any other questions?
Not that I can see.
Just the usual. And again, I have no idea. Just stop asking. I don't know why we're so good looking. It doesn't make any sense to me either, but we do what we can. I try to dumb it down every day. It doesn't work. Well, would you really?
Yes.
Is there something you'd like to say about the junction box?
If you're out walking your dog in Cochise County and you pass by a junction box and you see honeybees coming in and out, those are killer bees. To which we say, be something, say something. If you see honeybees like this, you got to give a call. Call the APS, call whoever you need to call to get them taken care of. And never relocate a feral honeybee hive. Always exterminate feral honeybee hives. You're not doing the world any good. You're not doing the environment any good by relocating honeybees. You can't trust feral honeybees anymore. Honeybee Africanization is on the rise in all the lower 48 states, and you don't have to trust feral honeybees. None of your food depends on them. Let's save America's native bees, America's native plants, and America's native pollinators. We'll see you all on the next job. Thanks for tuning in, and be safe and be careful.